guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. I am Ashley. I'm a homeschooling mom with 8 kiddos. I have teenagers, preteens, toddlers in the middle, and an infant. I wanted to do a video of something that I have kind of noticed the last, I don't know, long while about social media and motherhood. And as I was kind of thinking about this topic, and I don't remember what it was exactly that I had made a decision about. I don't know if it was something about my teenager, it might have been. And it was like a decision that I had made. And I went on to Facebook and I read a post that was very similar in regards to the situation or, the topic that said problem or issue was about. And I read the answers, the comments, and I realized that reading those made me second guess my intuition as a mom. And it's interesting because I will look, and let's do an example of, I don't know, dating. Let's say that I have made a decision about my oldest dating. I look on a Facebook page that is intended for large families, so I feel like I can relate to them a lot, preferably on the religious side, which obviously I relate to. And I look at somebody asking about that. And then I look at the comments. And the comments are so across the board, everywhere, that I stop and I second guess everything I ever thought about with my teenager dating. I just want to say that sometimes the social media aspect of motherhood and tying those two together, yes, it can be a blessing because you can get so much information and so much help and so much knowledge from others, maybe that have gone before you, or that you, if there's a group that you really listen to and really appreciate their answers and appreciate their advice. I think that is very beneficial. However, if I have not seen anything regarding that topic on this page, and then I say, I look at the question and I say, oh, well, yeah, I would allow this, or no, there is no way I would allow this. And then I look at the comments and I realize how different everyone is and how different people's opinions are, and how much your opinion can be swayed by one comment on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube. If you were to Google, I don't know, homeschooling high school, you would find, not Google, if I were to YouTube that, I would find people so far on this side saying, do not do that. That is the worst possible thing you could ever do. To people way on this side that say that is the best thing that you can do for your child, to everyone in between. And I consider myself kind of an in-betweener, a mediocre person. I do not see black and white in any situation. I really don't. I do not see any situation really in black and white. Maybe a couple of exceptions, but overall I do not. And so it is hard for me, and I think as a person that has trouble making decisions, that is what kind of triggers me, is when I go onto social media and I see something about a topic that I maybe have a set answer or a set decision to, and then I see all of the other people commenting and saying, I would let them do this because of this. I would not let them do this because of this. And then you sit there and you really second guess everything that you thought about that topic. I just want to say that the social media aspect in motherhood is so loud sometimes. And I have said this so many times before, that every child is different. What I let my oldest do, I might not let my fifth child do when he's that age, or vice versa. It is so imperative to see the differences in your kids and let your kids know that just because this rule applies to this person does not mean that it's going to apply to you, or vice versa. And I try to make things fair between all my kids, but my kids are not a one size fits all, and our family is not a one size fits all. And so, in major things, yes. When you're talking about, ages that you let your kids do certain things, major things. But you have to understand the differences between all your kids. And so, I just want to say that it is sometimes so loud and sometimes just deafening, the social media aspect. And I feel like I almost have to, when I make a decision about my kids as teens or preteens, I almost have to write it down and to remind myself, this is why I made this decision. This is why I said no to this decision. Because it is a tough thing to think that you have it figured out, and then you go onto Facebook or Instagram and you see all these things that make you second guess every decision. I really feel like you can benefit from these groups. You can benefit from these people for advice, but you have to know what you're getting into. You have to know that if there are not like-minded people in these groups, that you're going to hear about it. And that is why you try and keep your inner circle as like-minded as you possibly can. I feel like in the past few years, I have really put and surrounded myself with like-minded people, and it has benefited me beyond what I can imagine. God put me exactly where He wanted me, kept me where He wanted me, and being around people that value your opinions, that value your motherhood decisions, your faith-based decisions, and treat your kids the same way, is so important as a mom, and as your kids are growing, and as your kids are getting older. And it says something when you have a child that is friends with kids that are a little bit older than them, because they are so like-minded, and so faith-based, and so just all around good kids. And so take that bubble that you have yourself in, take the group of people that you surround yourself with on a daily basis, and focus on those people's opinions. Now, I'm not saying you would agree with everything, but focus on the people that are in your life specifically. Do not let the people of social media, the strangers of social media, the posters of social media affect you and your decisions as a parent. Because I can tell you, these groups that have everybody across the United States in these groups, that maybe you have one thing in common, you have less in common than you think. And so, again, using the subject of dating, the topic of dating, it is hard to justify things from strangers' opinions, But when you have people that you trust and you know in your inner circle that you value their opinions and you value because you know that their families are very like-minded to yours, that you trust their opinions and you trust their advice in your life. So as a mom, try not to listen to those outside sources, those social media sources, those people that you have nothing in common with, but maybe one thing, and you are trying to get an opinion on this very sensitive topic, and you know that these people are not very much like you, but you're just trying to see what anybody's opinion is at that point. Shut that off and focus only on what is in front of you and the people that are in front of you, because I guarantee you, I have seen it so many times in my own life where I have made a decision. I look at social media and then I'm like, wait, maybe that isn't the right decision. But I knew instinctively that it was the right decision. And so that's all I wanted to say for this video. It was just kind of apparent to me in a few days ago when I was looking at social media that I was like, whoa, like this is how strong this grasp is on moms. And not only in that regard, but also in a guilt trip kind of way. You could be more of a holistic parent. You could be more of a more of, opposite of that. And you might see something and it might totally make you second guess what you already know. Same thing goes with, anything, infant related, whether you're talking about vaccines, whether you're talking about, certain foods, whether you're talking about certain behaviors or certain things like that. Do your own research and find the like-minded people and find the people that can back up and justify your decision by their facts and their opinions and their experience as a mom before you. So instead of looking at social media and searching all these things and coming up with like a plethora of just information that you have no idea what to do with, if that makes sense. So this could be an aspect in all aspects of your life as a mother of, holistic health or not holistic health, or vaccinated or unvaccinated, or antibiotics or no antibiotics, or certain foods versus not certain foods. So many things. Just listen to your inner circle and people that are like-minded, as opposed to the loudness, screaming of social media in your face all the time. Just a quick little video. I say quick, 13 minutes ish, that I just wanted to kind of share with you because I felt that was kind of important, and I feel like some people need to realize that. And some people base their decisions on strangers on the internet, and you probably shouldn't. So anyway, let me know, guys, if you have any questions about this topic down below. I will see you next time. Take care.